we are going to be talking about who you think you are. I was born this way, when in fact, that is not true. So I'm destined to have this. Or think of a baby, a newborn, born without hatred, born without fear. We have everything we need inside of us to decide who we are. Are always gonna be looking for what's wrong. Your subconscious mind is going to try to prove it right. The only thing dictating our life is what's happening in the physical world. You might be shocked at what you hear. Maybe it's really... Hello everybody, my name is Eden Gold. I'm a motivational speaker in schools. I teach students and audiences about building self-confidence through what I call the 5 pillars of building self-confidence. And today I'm coming at you with a little side tangent because there's a lot of random stuff going up in my brain right now, and I like to share it and project it for anybody who could need the mindset development, the self-development work on quarantine. I really think that some of these lessons that I teach here on my YouTube channel can help you or somebody in need. So today, we are going to be talking about who you think you are. And this is a lesson that I learned from Tony Robbins years ago, and I remind myself every single time I think that I am a certain type of way, or I do certain things because that's just who I am. I was born like this, blah, 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 when in fact, that is not true. Let me explain to you what I mean. Isn't it weird how we all define ourselves as being a certain type of way, or I'm just like this, or I was born this way? You know, oh, I'm just not a people person. Oh, I don't work out, that's not me. I just can't lose weight. You know, my family line has this, so I'm destined to have this. Let me tell you something about what's wrong with all of those statements. We make conclusions and we create beliefs and judgments, and everything that we know is just based out of the collective knowledge of everything that we have learned in our life, right? So we decide who we are and we make conclusions about ourselves based on everything that we've been through in the past, right? Think of a young child, or think of a baby, a newborn, born without judgment, born without, a stereotypical belief, born without hatred, born without fear. These are all learned things. We are not born with these things. But when we're really young, we start to develop these ideas about who we are based on how we were raised, what we've gone through, traumatic experiences that we've gone through, great experiences that we've gone through. We're also different, we're also unique, and we internalize messages from a very young age that cause us to develop these beliefs about ourselves. And sometimes we are not self-aware enough to realize that we have everything we need inside of us to decide who we are. So if somebody says, oh, I just can't lose weight, never been able to, I'm big boned, you feel that way because all of the experiences in your past have led you to believe that. Because there's never been something maybe that's proven you wrong, but you're not going to be able to change unless you can believe that you can change. If you don't believe that you can change, you can go on this weight loss journey all you want. And again, apply this to any part of your life that is relevant to you. But you can go on this weight loss journey all you want, but you are always going to be looking for what's wrong in the process. You're going to be looking for a way to justify why it's not possible. Does that make sense? If you cave and you eat something you said you weren't going to eat, it's a lot easier to be like, well, I'm just always like this, and justify that. And when we have reasoning behind something, because as humans, we always want to be right. We always want to be right. So if your belief is that you can't lose weight, and of course I just binged out on all this food, what are you going to do? Your subconscious mind is going to try to prove it right. Your subconscious mind is always going to try to prove it right. So the truth is, if your belief is that you can't lose weight, you are always going to look for reasons subconsciously or consciously as to why it's not going to happen, because you don't believe that it can. Do you understand how important belief is to making your dreams come true, having the dream life you want, dream body, whatever? I believe that it is naive to believe that the only thing dictating our life is what's happening in the physical world, the economy, what people tell us. When I would argue with anyone to say that there is a lot more than the physical. We have to think about our emotional state, our mental state, transforming our mindset, our spiritual state, what is connecting us to ourselves and our bodies outside of just the world around us. You have to tap into yourself and listen to what you really want in life. Something's in my eyeball. So we define ourselves based on what our past has shown us. And we decide that we are certain types of ways. We get so engulfed in who we have defined ourselves as that it can often be self-sabotaging. You have to pay attention and tap in to the voices that are inside of your head and listen to what they're telling you, because I guarantee that once you gain that self-awareness and you hear what is going on in your head, you might be shocked at what you hear. Maybe it's really good, maybe it's really bad. And if it's really bad, you know that you need to change it by feeding yourself with positive messages. Guys, mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. When I was young, a lot of the pain that I went through, it manifested into me having an eating disorder. Never believing that I was enough, always comparing myself to anything and everything that walked. I would have died to be anybody else except for myself. But I didn't realize that it was that big of an issue. I didn't have the self-awareness and capacity to understand that what I was feeling was dangerous and deadly. And I never even tried to seek help because, to be honest with you, I didn't know that I had a problem worthy of seeking help. I thought it was normal, although I knew that I felt alone and I didn't think that anybody could relate to what I was feeling. I still felt like it was normal. I never heard my brain tell me, you suck at this or you're ugly today, and thought, wow, that's really negative. Maybe I should change this thought. Because it's not always a matter of just changing the thought, but becoming aware that there's a thought that needs to be changed, right? People aren't taught this growing up. They aren't taught the concept of self-love and growing up independent and strong unless hopefully you had a family that taught you that. But so many of us aren't. And so I grew up hating my life, hating who I was, hating the way that I looked, my body, everything. And I had to learn this stuff the hard way. And I want each of you to hear this message and take it and understand that you have everything it takes inside of you to define who you are in whatever way you want. And it's okay if you don't believe it yet. Oh, I can't lose weight? How about you change that to, I'm working on myself every day to get to the place I want to go. I'm working on eating my best. I am going to eat my best. I'm going to eat nutritionally dense foods today that are going to fuel my body in the way that I want. Because what's happening is you're changing the way that you think about yourself over time subconsciously, which will eventually manifest into the way that you think about yourself normally on any given day. I had my eating disorder for 6 years, and now I'm over 2 years into my recovery process. Sorry, I had to delete some stuff. I am just now fully believing that I am beautiful. I am worthy of feeling beautiful. I deserve to feel beautiful no matter what I ate, no matter what I feel like I look like. It's a process and you have to keep grinding at it. So whatever the negative voices in your head are telling you, if they're not serving you, choose differently. You don't have to be anything. You can choose who you are. You don't have to listen to the outside voices, and I get it, easier said than done, but practice now. Oh, I'm not a people person. Do you want to be one? If you want to be one, tell yourself that you are one and start to believe it, and your actions will follow as you begin to develop that belief. Does that make sense? This is something that you can start to practice today. We're on quarantine. Sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, and ask yourself, who do I want to be? What is my ideal life? And change your story to fit that. You get to be the narrator of your life if you choose to. Do you choose to? Do you choose to be proactive about who you are and what your life is set out to be? Or are you going to be reactive to what everybody's telling you? Because I don't think that that is you living your best potential, and I fully believe that. Anyways, guys, I hope that you found some value in this little spiel that I was just thinking about, so I figured it could help somebody. If it did help you and you think it could help somebody else, please spread this knowledge with them. Share this video to at least 5 of your friends, because the thing is that people don't always realize that they need to hear these kinds of messages because they're so caught up in whatever. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Okay, my battery's gonna die. Yay, me go. Sorry, Ginger. People don't realize that they need to hear these messages, but it's a matter of teaching people. You know, we all have baggage, and that's fine. So let's help out the people around us who are struggling behind closed doors and don't even know it, or don't think that there's a community that's here to help them. So with that being said, I'm sending you guys my love, and go follow me on Instagram. We're a lot of fun there at EdenGold_ and at the.foreverstudent, where students, millennials, and Gen Zs can go to have a voice where we tackle problems that you face in school: depression, anxiety, mental health, bullying, partying, the whole spiel. So I love you guys. I'm sending you my love. Make quarantine a good one. There's so many things you can do for yourself. Subscribe to me. Hey. And that's about it. All right, guys.